off. The good king is giving us some well wishes and about 100. Let's do what we can. We have a magic key, an herb, and wait a sec. Normally there is a magic key up there, which means yes. We have 2 keys, folks. This is a good sign. We can possibly go to the Tangible Treasury right now. Highspirits is making the smart choice by saving the... If the treasury has nothing important, then oh well. We have some gold, a very nice find, more gold, and did I just see 2 fairy? That may be, but what I think I also see is a gold grind, especially if we're seeing multiple bamboo poles here. So, oh, hold on, we have an early town, and a ghost that we run away from, but hey, we have found the shopping mall of Cantlin, where we can buy nice large shield. Like Cyberdark strategy. So, let me just pay attention quickly to the shop contents. Flame sword. We may want that. But Highspirits chose to reset. Alright, so going back to the gold grind on Cyberdark. Basically, this game likes to keep a memory of the last 8 chests that you open. The initial 3 chests is basically they're special. You can open them, leave, re-enter, and then it counts again. So then when you try to open up the treasury, you have then 7, 8, but then 9 and 10 kind of over. And so if those chests have gold, then we can just keep on getting gold. As such, Cyberdark is now able to get all of the money that is necessary in order to buy every single thing. And as far as what is every single thing? Well, let's see. If I recall correctly, the Flame Sword is the best sword that money can buy at about 9,800 gold, which is a lot. Silver Shield is the best shield money can buy, and the Magic Armor is the best armor that money can buy. But in the end, we're talking... I mean, you see the amount that Cyberdark has, that's over 22,000. I want to say 22,500 is the minimum, but now we're playing kind of a dangerous game with gold. But perhaps this red slime with hurt, yeah, will not be a problem. We should be able to level up decently. Here's the problem. This is an old NES hardstyle game. And, okay, I am misremembering my prices because I could have sworn the Silver Shield was going to be a lot more. Like, I thought it was 15,000. I'd have to double check my notes. It has been a while since I've called this. 14,800. Thank you, Seed and Pro. So yeah, in this case, Magic Armor and Flame Sword, I mean, that is a good way to start things off. We have plenty of attack, plenty of defense. Now, admittedly, our base stats could use a little bit of a boost, but we'll get there. So the initial problem that I was trying to get to is, deaths take away half your gold, but this level up should help. 2, 12, 17, 6, and a new spell. Looks like sleep. As we also have a new town on hand. I believe this is Garanham. Oh! One town away, and the Silver Shield was right there! And unfortunately, unless we have, say, the Mountain Cave back at Tangigiel Castle, I don't know if we have an easy way of getting another gold grind. And, ooh, if I recall correctly, that is the Staff of Rain... No, that's not the Staff of Rain Cave. That's the Silver Harp Cave. It's one of the two. It's been a while since I've called this, so I know I'm going to butcher some of this. Highspirits now gaining that level up, but because of the different starting stats, the numbers are a little different, but the spell order is going to stay the same. And, ooh, if I am seeing that correctly, and I am going to pull this up on screen here, that is an evil specter that Cyberduck is facing. Where is the specter on the list? Let's show this to get an idea as to what we're dealing with here. That spell attack that had taken place, yeah, if it hits, it's kinda bad. But both were victorious, and both have gained a level up against their respective foes. And with that, woo! Level 3 had the Spell Care package with Heal and Heal More. However, because Cyberduck took off the Spectre instead, well, that was just a bonus level. Whereas this Armored Knight, well, unfortunately, this is where, all death sends you back. Ooh, there's the Freebie Cave, which has gold today. Highspirits finds a swamp, but that swamp has a lot of nothing. And I am aware I insulted the Magidrake, but, one step at a time. Highspirits has now gone up to level 4. No new spells at this point. Ooh! Words with Dragon Lord Breath. That's... Dragon Lord Breath is one of the worst things you can encounter, especially at this early stage. Oh, is that Charlock Castle I spy? Well, at least we don't have to worry about it too much. We know where it is. So Cyberdark right now is seeing what is inside. Ah, there we go. Torches are good. Now, torches, along with the Radiant spell, allow you to see where you are in these dark passageways. There are a number. There is the Swamp Cave that actually connects you to another part of the world. There is the Tablet Cave, which this is not because, well, there are encounters. This could be the Mountain Cave. This could be Garen's Grave. I want to say there's another one I'm forgetting. But either way, we are... Well, at least Highspirits is enjoying all of the experience. Time for a new level. 2, 18, 5, and 5. Whereas the Magiwyvern seemed to enjoy Cyberdark more than the other way around. Oh well, no one ever said this would be, Some of the monsters like the players more than the players like the monsters. That's just how it works. But don't worry, our runners will get beefier. And I should mention, since this is a new tournament, we have jumped up a few versions of the randomizer since. And so some of our runners are messing with the new sprite options. As Cyberdark now goes up to level 5. Now, Cyberdark is playing as Bomberman. I do not recognize what Highspirits is playing as. As we have Fairy Water and Gold there is... I think Highspirits is in the Mountain Cave, if I recall that. Oh! But that is Erdrick's token. That is a key item. So, Erdrick's token, along with the Stones of Sunlight and the Silver Harp, if I remember correctly, or it was the Staff of Rain, which you get by turning in the Silver Harp, it's one of those two, combined with the stones and the token, turn them into, well, some who you would call it, and you eventually get the Rainbow Drop. Rainbow Drop lets you actually access Charlock Castle. And, I just noticed that, Chad. Thank you. Apparently, yeah, we have, different spell names here. In this case, they are either from a different version of Dragon Warrior or just a different translation, but do not worry, folks, they are the same spells. So the Mountain Cave had the token. And looks like Cyberdark has easy access to it. That blue slime has nothing on us. Alright, we have a cave surrounded by swamp. Oh, that is the Stones of Sunlight cave, if I recall correctly, but it's just more mud. And Highspirits wants to cross the swamp, getting over to this little... I don't know what you call this part of the landmass, but it's kind of a strange peninsula of nowhere, effectively. I feel like we've already seen a lot of what this world has to offer, but there may be more. I don't believe we've seen the town of Cole yet, for instance. That has an item. We haven't seen the town or abandoned settlement of Hawk's Nest. And yes, Seaton, we haven't seen a Sparkover Bridge yet. A bridge that basically leads to nowhere. Ooh, Cyberdark managing to put a Magiwyvern to sleep. That gives us all the time we need to heal up and then hurt. Or, excuse me, sizzle. Whichever you prefer. But it works for a level up. 3, 6, 3, 3. At the very least, they are consistent. And, there's that Stone of Sunlight, but we need to get rid of something. And looks like Cyberdark is choosing to get rid of the scale. I'm presuming it was already equipped. But is now facing against a Demon Knight. A knight so demonic we couldn't even see the creature. But fortunately, we were able to get away. Ooh, and a Star Wyvern on the other end. And of course, any type of wyvern that can put you to sleep is a bad one. Oh, and the Druid Lord again. And oh, both of them taking a death. So, mid-heal on Highspirits side, I want to say is heal more. And now a wolf. Wolves are potentially some of the more dangerous enemies. They indicate the best of the Tier 1 or Tier 2 monsters, at least in the vanilla game. Here, it depends on how their skills were randomized. So far, we're trying to head around the mountain hoping for something good. Uh-oh, Armored Knights. These hit hard, and I think this time they also offer... Yep, they did offer a spell, but it didn't work this time. We'll take it. Metal Scorpions, not the same as Metal Slimes, but... they give a decent amount. Highspirits sees the other end of the swamp. Maybe we will see what's there. Also, Demon Knights in daytime look kinda scary. Ooh, I think we have a new town here. That's unintentionally guarded by a blue dragon, but we get away. Hey, it's coal. So that one item that's in coal, it's in a search tile 4 tiles south of the fountain. But what is this? I didn't see anything in there. That can actually happen, folks. Sometimes the search spots have nothing, and so we may have to find other search spots to get stuff. So I recall 3 of them. One in Coal, one in Hawk's Nest, and one somewhere across this vast overworld. As far as where it is in the overworld, well, we're gonna have to gain some knowledge for that. Highspirits, unfortunately, only gaining knowledge of Dragon Lord Breath, which is knowledge as well, just it's the kind that sends you back. And B-Fox in chat suspecting we may need the GPS, the Guilin positioning system. Wouldn't necessarily be a bad idea. Hang on a second, I see a town. Ah, good old Breckenary. Okay, maybe not so good. Sorry if I insulted it, Cyberdark. Not everyone likes Breckenary. It doesn't always have anything of use unless you count a cheap inn as a good use. And question from B-Fox, was the basement checked? I did not see anyone check that yet. I am seeing a level up though. 1, 2, 3, 1. Alright, level 7 didn't really give us much, but, we're getting there. We still have plenty of time and plenty of game before we have to worry about, stats not getting up as they should. I want to say our runners have caught up quite well in that regard. Ooh, green dragon. I don't think I've seen one of these yet. But at the very least, putting it to sleep kind of helps, though we can't do much damage to it right now. So in this case, putting it to sleep to run away, not a bad strategy. Ooh, golems. They hit hard. And for those that are new to the game, those darkened green-black tiles, those are swamp tiles. Some may call them poison tiles. Every step you take on them takes away 2 hit points per step. If Cyberdark did not heal at that point and then took a step, the overworld would have claimed a victim. At this time, the experience lead, Highspirits has about 100 more experience, but it's still relatively early in this game. We're only 22 minutes in. Skeletons are not causing too many problems. Magidrake is down. Uh-oh, Armored Knight. Okay, that is not as big of a problem as I was hoping. Oh boy, this is why we have heal more, folks. And uh-oh. Highspirits thought he'd get ahead, but apparently not, for thou art dead. My apologies for being a little out of tune on that. I am rusty. So right now, Cyberdark really doesn't like that, Scorpion, but, we'll take him out. Hopefully. There we go. Took a little bit, but we'll get there. So for those that are wondering who our competitors are, Highspirits is wonderful at this randomizer, wonderful at a lot of the Dragon Warrior games, so he certainly knows how to handle almost any type of variation there is regarding not just this game, but this entire series. And Cyberdark, not only does he have great knowledge as well, but he is one of our leading trackers for this tournament. Also, Highspirits is one of our leading admins, so we have the battle of experienced volunteers and staffers here today. And I see a level up on Highspirits side. We have 22, 0, and an implicit 0, along with, it looks like Outside and Repel were learned. So, Empty Eye, I hope you're happy. As, Cyberdark has found Hawk's Nest and encounters a blue dragon. So, this is one of the 3 forced encounters. That tile right there, hopefully, we may need it, we may not, we don't know yet, but at least we know where Hawk's Nest is located. Ooh, and a Druid Lord guarding it. Ouch. Unfortunately, Cyberdark does have to redo all that, but hopefully we'll figure this out. So, and yes, the Druid Lords are packing some punch. How much punch? Let's show ya. Druid Lords today, they want to heal, but they also want to cause damage. And guess what? They resist sleep a lot. Choose how you fight them carefully, folks. Now, the Druids, they're much easier to deal with. Now, where is Highspirits? Torch is a good idea? Ooh. I think this is the Tablet Cave. I know some have called this Erdrick's Grave before, but regardless, this is your one freebie cave. So, just make your way to the single chest and hope it's a good one. I don't think we're looking for gold at this point, so not a good one. So right now, oh boy, Highspirits has now found Hawk's Nest. Will he be able to handle the blue dragon at the end? Ooh, Magic Wyverns also have Dragon Lord Breath. Ouch. And is so close to another level up. Unfortunately, Cyberdark, that was a wasted journey. I know that sometimes the swamps seem tempting, but in this case, not yet. Alright, Highspirits versus Blue Dragon. And Highspirits doesn't want to deal with it. So right now, I do not know the best way to basically level up at this point besides just beating on enemies. We do not have the Hurt More spell yet. The Hurt More spell allows us to deal a lot of damage to many enemies, and that will open up our offensive opportunities and our grinding because there are a number of enemies where 1 or 2 Hurt Mores can really give us a huge advantage. that armored knight, unfortunately, not going to Pickens right now. Now, I can't help but wonder something. I'm trying to remember all the different towns that we have in this. I don't recall seeing Rimmildar yet. So, the way that this map is currently set up... ouch, simultaneous deaths against armored knights. Back to what I was saying, I think the way this map is set up, Rimmildar has to be on this continent. Because there always has to be some accessible way to get magic keys. And right now, I don't think our runners have any spare keys. I mean, unless they actually did remember to buy some from the shop earlier, but... I don't recall any of our runners actually doing that for whatever reason. So, there are 2 or 3 places where you can get keys. One is Rimmildar, which you don't need a key for. One is in, Tangiel, which you need a key in order to access the key shop. And I want to say the last one is in Cantlin. But that one also needs a key. Alright, Cyberdark taking out a wyvern. Highspirits taking out a knight. The experience totals are very close to each other now. Ooh, Star Wyvern taking Highspirits out by 1 extra hit point. And Cyberdark is thinking, okay, no more encounters for a while, at least as long as they're not, super strong ones. Hi, Spark over, we have found your bridge. That was a huge mountain range to the east, but no way to get around it. And now 2 types of knights fighting our warrior. Cyberdark victorious against his. Highspirits still fighting his. And this is an interesting little path that Cyberdark is in. Swamp to forest to swamp to forest to what else? Oh! Well, we're not going to know what else because Dragonlord 2 Breath just does wonders. And not necessarily wonders of the good and wholesome kind. Sometimes encountering these monsters is like playing Press Your Luck. You just keep on hoping for big bucks, good hits, but then you encounter the whammy that is known as Dragon Lord 2 breath, and you are sent back to start. Fortunately, 4 game overs does not result in you being kicked out of the game. Seiden, we're going to have to talk. Whammies may appear to look cute, but they are anything but when they take your prizes. Anyway, Highspirits got through the double swamp canal there. No. Whammies are not. Just because they may appear cute doesn't mean they are cute. Certainly not cute on the inside. I am not going to win this battle. Yes, I did see that they brought the show back, and I admit I do try to catch it when possible. Highspirits probably going to catch a rerun of the show while recovering from death, but fortunately, death is just a fleeting moment back in it. And with that Wraith Knight defeated, Cyberdark is now at level 9. The numbers 1, 5, 11, 2. No new spell. Double encounter, Wizard and Axe Knight, but those two are not teaming up. So Highspirits was able to easily get away. This Axe Knight wants to pursue Cyberdark. Alright, back to the double swamp canal as I call it, as Highspirits now goes up to level 9. 8 experience points separate our runners. However, the stats also tell an interesting story. One of the things that I did not have a chance to mention is basically how they named themselves determines which 2 stats receive a bonus at the end. These will be your accelerated growth stats. Highspirits chose to go for a build that likes to focus on strength and health points. Cyberdark is focusing more on strength and agility. As such, both runners are going to end up with the same base strength and base MP, but agility and HP is going to be different. And Highspirits taking advantage of that fairy flute. Golems are very susceptible to sleep. And apparently, Cyberdark just got through a form of the Everglades there. Ooh, Highspirits has found the Rainbow Drop Cave, also known as the Jerk Cave, and there is Cantlin! We can now purchase keys. And Cyberdark playing that fairy flute just in time. Oh, sorry, Rimmeldar was found, thank you. My apologies for the misspeaking. Yeah, Rimmeldar is our key town. And what makes things kind of worse is we need 2 keys just to get the 1 item here. Alright, we have found a Sparkover Peninsula, kinda, sort of. And this is a lot of chained islands. Apparently we are now, I've already compared this area to the Everglades, and now we're in the Florida Keys, apparently. But it's only 3 islands instead of 8. And today, Rimmildar... 1 key for the price of 2, so... Can't exactly say it was a fair exchange. Now, Highspirits is going where Cyberdark was previously. Hopefully Cyberdark finds Rimmildar and the Rainbow Drop Cave, also known as the Jerk Cave. But I can't help but wonder, chat, I am going to need your reminder here. I know we found the town of Garenham, but have we found the grave of Garen yet? Because I don't recall seeing it. Well, we may have something here. Cyberdark has found a cave that I don't recall seeing. Light it up, please. I think we found, oh, that's the swamp cave. But without enough MP to cast outside, we have to, well, hoof it to the north entrance. So here's the question. If I've counted my caves correctly, will it take us to Garenham or Tangigil? If it takes us to Tangigil, we can buy keys. If it takes us to Garenham, actually, I think we would still need to... Would we need to spend the key to get the 3 items? Well, here's hoping Cyberdark can either defeat or run away from this Wolf Lord, because that was a far distance, but okay, Cyberdark is successful. And hey, it's the back of Garenham. That means Garen's grave is back at Tangigil. Inside we have Herb, Fighter's Ring, there's some more offense, and gold. Ooh boy. Highspirits getting those same items as well. So this means, if I am counting this correctly, we have an additional way of performing a gold grind if we so wanted to get that silver shield. We could just get the 5 items in Garen's grave, and then, as long as our runners recall where the gold chests were inside of the treasury, there you go. We can get ourselves that 14,800 that we need. But for now, Highspirits is thinking about maybe gaining some knowledge. So Caitlin not only has a number of shops, it also has basically an old man that's sometimes cranky and likes to live in his little garden. A garden filled with electrified death plants. All those shocks, that's the electrified death plants. Get past them and you gain some knowledge. We must search. Not very far. So in this case, death by floral arrangement will lead us to something good. And that something good today is Erdrick's armor. So that basically means not only is the swamp tiles not going to do anything, the garden not going to do anything, none of the damage tiles will do anything. Highspirits also gets to recover 1 hit point per step. This is better than the best armor that money can buy. But now we are still looking for a few key items here. We have Erdrick's token. We have the Stones of Sunlight. We still need... Well, that's not something we need, but, Okay, there we go. Silver Harp we definitely needed. Erdrick's Sword is very helpful. So yeah, Erdrick's Sword now... Highspirits now has the best sword in the game with Erdrick's Sword. We are talking plus 40 attack, if I recall correctly. Quite powerful, that. And with that Silver Harp, we could turn it into this staff guy and gain the Staff of Rain. And now, with Staff of Rain, Stones of Sunlight, and Erdrick's Token, we just have to re-find, well, that jerk, basically. So while Cyberdark does have the experience advantage right now, that may not last. Also, Future Sight, I believe Highspirits did find the Jerk Cave already. So right now, both runners are following kind of similar paths, though I will not be surprised if Highspirits just wants to huff it. We basically have everything we need right now. And oh right, Cyberdark hasn't found Rimmeldar yet. Just because we started with a bonus key doesn't mean we were going to keep it properly. Now, unfortunately, I am not Nescarnality. I do not draw the maps as we encounter them, so I couldn't tell you where Rimmeldar is. And oh boy, Cyberdark no longer has a torch. Now, there are some runners that are able to navigate these caves blind without needing a torch or the Radiant spell. I am not one of them. Highspirits has found the jerk and has received the rainbow drop. No need to be bounced out. Which means Highspirits is in grind mode. We do not need to rescue Princess Gwaelin, so the GPS system is just gonna end up staying in the cell. Also, hi there, Double Sparkover. There are a lot of bridges to nowhere today, I've noticed that, as we have a level up, low on numbers, but we've gained access to Zoom, aka Return. But right now, we don't really have... Honestly, this is where Hurt More would really help. Hurt More can possibly deal more damage depending on the enemy. I know our defensive points are not the best, but you know, it's what the seed gave us today. There's not much we can do about that. And I'm required to ask, Angel, by zero coordinates, did you mean go and search or go and fight? Also, Sparkover, you will be proud to know that I have seen at least 3 Sparkover bridges and 1 miniature set of Florida keys, or Sparkover keys as I've called them. Cyberdark has just gained a level up and thus return, but it is a little early to use it. However, you may notice that Cyberdark has an agility stat that is colored orange. As our runners level up, they will start to have their stats get bigger and better than ever. Orange stats mean that that stat is kinda close, maybe sort of acceptable to take out the Dragon Lord, but we need more stats to be beefed up in order for this to be possible. As as Cyberdark just learned, 63 agility is not enough. We have to do a little bit better right now. Now, I am curious about is Highspirits... I think Highspirits wants to see who is guarding Princess Gwaelin. We don't need to rescue the princess, but we can certainly learn what the encounter is, in case it's a good one to grind. Ooh! Red dragons. This can potentially cause a problem. Then again... Red dragon is just attacking. So... I think this may just be... effectively, we have a Hulk dragon, I think. There are advantages to fighting enemies don't use spells here. We don't have to worry about surprise Dragon Lord breath. Oh! That does not help at all. But what does help, thank you, Raiders, for joining us. This is Randomania 2. I am Wolfman2000. We have Highspirits and Cyberdark86 going at it in the first week of Swiss stage action. Please, give them a follow if you haven't already. And don't forget about our restreamer and tracker today, Seed Improv. And don't forget Highspirits' level up here. The numbers 5, 1, 6, implicit 0. So level 11 did not help Highspirits. And of course, the crowd goes wild over such things. But hey, look at that! Not only is agility good for Highspirits, but so is that defensive power. Now, admittedly, having the large shield does help a little bit. But, you know, one step at a time. So, Chad, I don't know if this type of game is played much, but I would like your opinion. What level do you think Highspirits is going to be before we at least see what is inside Charlock Castle? Certainly a wide range of level choices. And yes, before we enter Charlock Castle, no one has entered Charlock Castle. They know where it is. It's practically across the street. As you know, just make a right over here, and you'll see it right there on Cyberdark side. So for those that are wondering what's going on and are unable to see chat, the big difference right now, and I'm going to paraphrase Seed Improv here, basically Cyberdark86 has not found the town of Rimmeldar yet. Rimmeldar is where you can go to buy keys whenever you want. You don't need a key to buy a key. It is inside of Garen's grave where we not only have Erdrick's sword, but the silver harp. And welcome more raiders from the Hangry Canuck. My apologies for not acknowledging that sooner. Ooh, another level up. Highspirits is at 12. The numbers 8, 6, 5, 8. New spell, Glow, or Radiant. We have bare minimum MP for this. I don't know if that's going to be enough, but we will see. I think Cyberdark may have found Rimuldar. Needs to enter it, though. Come on. Apparently choosing not to double check. I may have that set up incorrectly on my end. Oh, that was a different town. Never mind. You are correct. I had that backwards. So, assuming that the randomizer hasn't changed that much since I commentated this, right now, Highspirits is at level 12. The max spell, or the max level that you can learn a spell is level 16, by which point, if you are still missing spells, you're getting them all. This means, worst case, we're going to have 3 levels of no spells. And honestly, I want my hurt more. Because a hurt more would just make things so much easier. But sometimes that's how the randomizer goes. Oh, come on. Let me handle the bad puns around here, or at least laugh at the good ones. And that is correct, Seed and Prove. The 1-2 punch of Rimuldar and Rainbow Drop Cave, aka the Jerk Cave. Alright, Cyberdark is now at level 11. Different builds, different stats, but still 0 MP. And MTI, you are going to have to explain what you mean by last refuge stats, or last refugee stats. Or strats. Again, I have been a little bit away from the game, so I haven't picked up on all the different things yet. Highspirit certainly likes this hill area. Has a decent bunch of enemies, admittedly. So I am genuinely curious. Ooh, hello there. That is excellent move, also known as a critical hit. And that gets us to level 13. The numbers 1, 1, 9, 9. No spells. And so let's just rest at the inn. It's the nearest inn. And it's certainly, it's one of the better grind spots that Highspirits has right now without going inside of Charlock Castle to scout it out. A question from chat. Will I be, doing DWR? If you mean commentating in the future, maybe. If you mean playing it, I don't know. I did try out a few seeds before, but admittedly that was on an older version where, Sparkover was not as, employed when it came to bridge building. However, we'll see. I will warn you, folks, if I ever do play this randomizer, expect me to take 3 hours. Also, Cyberdark has now found the Rimmildar Jerk combo, which in this case was Cyberdark's last refuge. But, oh, look at this. We are about to enter Charlock Castle. Did anyone actually say 13 when I, had that mini little guessing game? Yes, Beta Strap. Congratulations, you get it on the nose. Now, do remember, we don't know what level we are going to encounter the Dragon Lord on yet. Now, because we have Erdrick's sword, we may not worry too much about what is inside the Charlock treasury. Though I can't help but notice that we have not seen a death necklace yet, or a cursed belt. Now, both of those items are interesting in that once you put them on, they literally seal themselves around you, and you can't take them off unless you go to one of the uncursing dancers or something in Breckenary that have the power to remove such bad jewelry. Though, while the cursed belt will only make you look fashionable, the death ring does have a risk-reward system in play. Also, Cyberdark is going to learn... Seriously? It's all the way back where we started. And ooh, golems up in the castle as well. That... And now, Erdrick's armor for everyone. As I was saying earlier, since I didn't want to lose track, again, both the Death Ring, or Death Necklace and Cursed Belt, you cannot take them off once you put them on. Cursed Belt just helps you look fashionable. Death Necklace has a risk-reward system. Basically, you gain... I'm going to butcher this. You basically gain some additional attack at the cost of some HP and maybe some MP. Okay, I had that backwards. Thank you, Beta Strep. So effectively, depending on how the stats go, if we find a death necklace, it may be worth considering. So for the sake of example, again, just 10 power but quarter of our health. I don't know if we're going to be in position of where that'll come into play here. The thing is, we don't have that much HP to work with. Our attack is looking better than our HP here. We need something bit stronger, a bit beefy. And I don't know what it's going to take. Now, these wizards are certainly being kind. Let's show those stats because we fought them a lot we are also seeing a level up here. 23 power, 16 hit points, 20 magic, oh boy! This is where we seriously have to think about it. 5 stats in orange, 1 stat in green. That means HP is definitely in a stable position. And look at this. Cyberdark is doing the money grind for the silver shield. Also, I was hiding the spells during that by showing the wizards. Oh, we do not have Hurtmore yet. Or Stop, but who cares about Stop? Basically, we're at the point where we could maybe consider a minimalist run of Dragon Lord, but I wouldn't really recommend it. However, it is time to consider grinding against that red dragon, and that's what Highspirits is doing. We've already seen most of what the red dragon can do, so I am going to show it on screen now. Let's confirm, was this red dragon all attack, attack, attack? Yes, it was. And so, all we have to do, take out this red dragon a number of times, 255 experience a pop. And even without Hurtmore, I think this is doable. We just have to do this quite a number of times, that's all. And now, Cyberdark with the Staff of Rain, hopefully he remembers where the Rainbow Drop Cave is. And, Highspirits gets taken out, but not necessarily a bad thing. Garanham's not that far away, all things considered. The main thing right now is we just need to figure out what level we really need in order for us to feel comfortable going down Charlock. The green dragon breathes fire, but not necessarily the strong fire, just a weaker version. Still gives decent experience, but again, sometimes it's better to have the predictable AI of fight, fight, fight. Highspirits going up against the Hulk Dragon again. Where Cyberdark has encountered a Stone Man. Oh! 17 minus 17 equals 0. Back to start he goes. Yeah, Highspirits has to decide, when to attack and when to heal carefully. We've already seen this dragon deal up to 40 hit points on a single blow. Also, Cyberdark, having purchased the Silver Shield, has more of a defensive advantage, but I don't know if that's going to make a difference right now. Highspirits has a commanding lead. Was that a critical hit I just missed on Highspirits' side? Because that looked like a powerful blow there. Ooh, Star Wyvern taking out Cyberdark. And yeah, sometimes the worst enemy in this game is just the overworld map. If you don't remember your locations or how to get there, sometimes the maps can do more damage than a red dragon can, at least on your mind and sanity. Oh, Star Wyverns hitting with the Sizzle! Or, excuse me, the Hurt More. But it doesn't matter. Highspirits managed to make it to 15. The numbers 1, 5, 1, 0. Stop. AKA Fizzle. Sizzle, aka Hurt More, is our level 16 spell. If anyone has any emotes that can communicate rudeness to the game, now is the time to spam them. I guess if there is a minor consolation, the agility is at a good enough position here to where most of the enemies will not cause a problem. And thank you, chat, for doing all that. I feel a little better. And hopefully the rest of you do too. Cyberdark now has that rainbow drop, but I don't know if he's going to enter Charlock Castle yet. I know Highspirits is debating it. Oh my gosh, customer, get out of the way! We need to sleep! How does an inn even work when there's no bed? And of course, that rude customer is still there. Ugh, gosh. Whatever happened to hospitality here? My apologies for that minor rant about citizen behavior here in Dragon Warrior. Apparently the world of Alifgard, and I hope I used the right one here, needs some kinder people. So, that's a fair question, Seed Improv. With those stats on hand, it's hard to say, oh, Highspirits with another crit. I'm going to pull up the Red Dragon stats again, just so it is clear what has to be done, as we have a level up for Cyberdark 874. So at this point, Cyberdark is at level 12. At this point, attack power has gone up to 101. So I will let you folks be the judge. Is this a good encounter for Cyberdark to keep grinding, or should we head elsewhere? Looks like Cyberdark's doing it. Highspirits is going to continue with this grind. Both are now going for it. But at the same time, Highspirits was able to take advantage of this longer and had found Rimmaldar much quicker. Those are the big differences. And even the old man at the bottom of the tracker wants these red dragons to keep on dying. I mean, admittedly, red dragons are not fun to deal with. So at this point, our runners know what's at stake here. But again, Highspirits has over 6,000 experience points more. And there we go, 9650 gives us a level up. 5, 0, 17, 4, there's the hurt more. But is that enough? I don't know, folks. Would you want to go for it? Highspirits is thinking about it. Cyberdark is actually investigating Charlock sooner than Highspirits did. Level-wise, anyway. Now, the one advantage that we have here, again, Charlock Castle is right near the start, right near Garenham. So all we have to do is hope for a good run here, and there you go. And, not every day I see someone make the right turn, but it's only the left turn that will let us go. Okay, I need reminders from chat here. Are we technically going up Charlock Castle or down Charlock Castle? Because that final floor confuses me as to whether it's an underground lake or just a fancy sky. Okay. We are heading down, thank you. And as chat is alluding to, not only are we trying to, defeat the Dragon Lord in order to let peace reign, well, the Dragon Lord has the ball of light because, I don't know, the Dragon Lord thinks that all the light belongs to him. Everything the light touches is our kingdom. The light only touches the Dragon Lord, so the Dragon Lord thinks it's, the kingdom is all his. I don't know. I still need to see the new Lion King remake. Oh yeah, we did not go over the blue dragon. The blue dragon was guarding over the item in Hawksness. Those stats for frame of reference are now showing up on screen. Like the red dragon, the blue dragon is also very big on fighting. I don't recall there being a Blue Hulk in comics, though, so I don't know what to compare this to. But Highspirits, I recognize that screen. Highspirits is close to the final floor. Just walk across. And we are at the basement. There is a treasury, we are ignoring it. Highspirits has everything necessary. However, that MP amount is low. Basically, magic is going to be used for heal more and heal mores only. Unless we feel like casting a random hurt more, or aka a Sizzle. I'm still getting used to the new names. I apologize for butchering them. But yeah, that's going to... Oh boy, that's a required mid-heal, aka heal more. The problem here is that this red dragon doesn't want to let go of Highspirits. And that is why some call the red dragon the fun police. Basically, if it shows up, the fun can, and in this case did, stop there. Cyberdark also struggling. And Highspirits is thinking of grinding. Not necessarily a bad idea here. Probably just wants to make sure that the journey down doesn't cause problems. Cyberdark, meanwhile, grinding on the overworld kinda close to where Highspirits did. So, there is some discussion in chat regarding the, what is called a spike tile. There are 3 tiles in the game that will always have a forced encounter. We have seen 2 of them already. The red dragon here in the swamp cave, the blue dragon at Hawk's Nest. And since the towns have been all randomized all over the map, the 3rd spike tile, which was originally guarding I forget which town in the vanilla game, has been moved to basically be the Dragon Lord's bodyguard before we approach the throne. We do not know what is on that tile. Thank you, it was Cantlin. Cyberdark is now at level 14 and has received the big news. Agility has not gone up, but everything else has. At this point, the experience lead is about 5,000 in favor of Highspirits. Now, I do not remember all of my Dragon Warrior Rando history or experience gauges, but I want to say 12,000 is close to the next level up. Thank you, chat, for confirming. And oh! Cyberdark is thinking about just going through Charlock. Not necessarily a bad idea. And if Cyberdark is able to have favorable encounters, this may be close. But at the same time, Highspirits is one dragon away from getting level 17. Here we go. The numbers. 2, 18, 5, 7. Look at those stats. And the only reason the defense isn't green is because Highspirits did not get that silver shield. Now, that HP value is interesting at 129. So, I had mentioned before that we have not entered the Charlock treasury yet. We are still missing the location of the death necklace. I wonder if the death necklace would be worthwhile at this level. In prior versions of this randomizer, you needed 130 hit points in order to really take advantage of the death necklace safely, because again, it is a 25% health drop. Cyberdark is still trying to get through, but at the same time, Highspirits is catching up position-wise. And oh, there's that blue dragon. But we may not have to worry about the blue dragon here. Again, if we're able to easily run away, we'll take it. But having both the red and blue dragons and the green dragons here, sheesh. I mean, I know I live by Dragon Con, but this is a little ridiculous here. And now both runners are close to each other. Nope, Highspirits has gone down to the U floor first. Highspirits is farther ahead both in position and in levels. But again, a red dragon is causing problems. Golem's easy to deal with. No, Highspirits is not going to go for the treasury. The Death Necklace is going to remain unknown for Highspirits today. But Cyberdark also ignoring the treasury. I mean, in this case, without the health, it makes sense. At this rate, Cyberdark is going to learn about that third tile first. While Wizards are trying to stop Highspirits, HS wants nothing to do with that. Highspirits has taken over first. That brick tile right there, that's the spike encounter. And today, the third one. Of course, Red Dragon. Why not? 2 reds and a blue today, folks. And forced heals at that. And of course, an armored knight in the middle as well. And now Highspirits is talking to the Dragon Lord. And thus, thou art a fool! How kind is Dragon Lord 1 today? Casting Fizzle, aka Stop Spell, not going to cause a problem here. Cuss Sizzle though, ooh, that's a forced herb swallow. And another! And... Dragon Lord 1 is down. Dragon Lord 2, we get to attack first. 16 damage dealt. And then 12. Oh, the way that defense is, we have to be extra careful. So far, we have dealt 44 damage. There's another 9 for 53. The Dragon Lord 2 has somewhere between 150 and 165 health. Basically, we need more double digits. I don't remember the exact formula for this, but I want to say 16 is as close to max as we're going to get on our swings. So having a 15 helps, we're up to 89. $12 puts us at 101. There's another 12, 113. 4 heal mores left, aka mid heals. This is doable as long as the random number generator plays nice. I said as long as the random number generator plays nice. That's 142 dealt right now, folks. This is the last heal more. 157, not enough. But 173, overkill. And all we have to do is cast aka return, and we zoom back to Tangigiel Castle. We have defeated the evil dragon. Princess Gwaelin will get out of the cave, kinda, sort of, I don't know. And with that, Highspirits finishes place with an official S of 1 hour, 40 minutes, 28 seconds. In the meantime, I believe Cyberdark did gain a level, yeah. And thank you again, chat, for supporting our runners with what was not exactly the easiest seed to deal with here. Cyberdark wants to hopefully deal with this boss at level 15, but that's not going to be the easiest thing in the world here. But someone who doesn't have to deal with the Dragon Lord, at least for another week, is Highspirits. GG.
Man, those red dragons did not like me.
Do red dragons like anyone?
They sure made things rough, that's for sure. I see Cyber's going for the level 15 dive.
Well, we were going to encounter dragons no matter what, so, either... I don't think it mattered too much.
This is a Dragon Quest game. There's not supposed to be dragons in Dragon Quest.
Sorry, maybe I should have been playing Fire Emblem instead.
So McGrew, that, by the way, the spell names was Alpha McGrew. He dared me to do it today.
I had missed that as an option in the randomizer. Oh, there it is, modern spell names.
Yep, you can use modern spell names. The one that made me giggle, because it's the first time I've ever done it, the one that made me giggle the most was glow. So I was trying to figure out what modern, like glow, what game uses glow as a modern spell.
Well, Radiant ended up being that answer.
Yeah, that was the one I giggled at the most when I saw.
Now, I know I haven't really played any of the modern ones, though I have heard that Dragon Quest XI is a good one to consider going back into, but Sizzle as Hurtmore?
Oh yeah, that's Sizzle was a good Hurtmore. Although Sizzle is what the newer ones is. The big fireball blast is called now.
I will admit I don't fully understand all the naming schemes, but every game has them, so...
Oh yeah, I just did that as a treat because McGrew asked for it, so... Thought it was going to be a fun...
Well, unfortunately, it took you forever in order to get it. I mean, you got to start with Sizzle, but you had to wait all the way to level 16 to get your cut.
Yeah, so I did the gold grind at the start, like thinking like, oh yeah, resetting, getting what I need, and I thought this was gonna put me in a good lead right there. And then it's like level 7, we had like 18 strength. I'm like, this flame sword doesn't do anything if we have Hertz Sizz at level 7 and set 18 strength. Like this flame sword is basically Sizz every attack.
Well, at least you were able to make do with what you had, because it's like you had the early Sizzle, very late Sizzle, and then of course someone chose to toss Erdrick's sword out in the junkyard of Tangenville Castle.
I hope it didn't hit anyone on the way down.
I will hope that the King of Hyrule never does that with the Master Sword. But yeah, at the very least, you got through week 1 with a win. I do not know who your next opponent is going to be, but you at least get to relax a little bit.
I get a few days before I get to beat someone else's butt. I mean, have a good matchup with my next opponent.
We understand, Highspirits. We understand.
Hey, like when we were doing the reveal show, there was like 3 people that kept saying that their whole goal was to beat me, so I might as well play the villain and just try to crush everyone.
But you're a kind soul. And, hold on a second, Highspirits. Oh no, Cyberdark is struggling against the Dragon Lord.
GG. Rip, man.
That... Yeah, that is official. Cyberdark has been defeated by the Dragon Lord, and we'll call it.
Yeah, 15 just looks like it just wasn't a good level to do it. 16 was possible to win, very possible, but because Red Dragons, and then I hit 17, I decided to go grind, I hit 17, bam, 18 agility. It's like, oh, thank
Alright, I will reveal the Dragon Lord 2 stats once Cyberdark, why do I keep mixing up his name? I apologize for that. I will reveal the stats once Cyberdark joins the commentary. Because I think it's only fair to show both of those at once. And, oh! I was wondering about that spell translation, McGrew. Thank you for that.
There, we now know what glow is.
Cyberdark... It's... Dragon Lord 2 gotcha.
Yeah, I kind of expected it.
So, I'm about to reveal what the actual stat Dragon Lord 2, because I am genuinely curious. 160 hit points today. I admit I was not keeping up with the health because I was still talking with Highspirits a little bit. How close do you think you...
I didn't have a chance. I was hitting for 7 and 8 half the time.
Ugh. Yeah, the way that the stat distribution was and the spell learning, it was not exactly kind in that regard this seed. Both of you started with below average stats. You had a big jump at level 13, but you didn't get hurt more, or excuse me, sizzle, until the very last possible moment.
I still don't have hurt more.
Yeah, you're only 15. You don't have it yet. Yeah, you know, fun fact, that's the second seed I've done today where Hurt More has been level 16.
Yeah, that's never fun. I think I lost probably the most time looking for a Remolder. I just couldn't find it anywhere.
It took me forever to find anything either, but that's because we had to go through that one desert mountain area that was filled with armored knights and star wyverns who put you to sleep, and we had to go through that for everything, so I died there my fair share of times.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, enemies were not kind with their sleeps and Dragon Lord breaths. And of course, no matter whether you chose to grind in the Swamp Cave or grind in Charlock Castle, it was effectively the NES equivalent of Dragon Con.
Yeah, I found my best grind spot until I was like 13 and I could take on Red Dragons was that one spot that I just said about the armored knights and wyverns. One zone to the right of it was wizards, and if you did repel, you would only get wizards. So I just stayed there and grinded for several levels.
Okay, once I got everything else, I started doing it. Same thing with Armored Knights, I think it's just south of Remolder. No, just south of Garenham.
Yeah, you were just one zone ahead above me. That's, we were in the same area, just different zone.
I felt like the two of you were close to each other, but yeah, that's where knowing where the zones are can really come into play.
But yeah, it was a fun little challenge seed without being over the top, I think. Although it did have some fun moments. And by the way, level 17, you got 18 agility, so you would have enjoyed that one if you got to 17, Cyber.
I already had 77 because I was running strength agility anyway.
I had 72 at 16, and then a big one, 18 at 17. So, because I dove at 16 because I was like, I have the stats to do it at 16. And then I got red dragoned, and I'm like, fine, then I'll just grind one more level. And then I got 18 agility, and I still almost got red dragoned. I had to burn like 3 heal mores on the way down.
Yeah, I had burned one on my last dive. Oh, go ahead, Wolfman.
Let's just see what would have happened here. How much agility would you have gained? 20. Ooh.
You would have had 97. Jeez.
Yeah, that would have been great.
But
Still pretty low on the attack power, though.
Yeah, unfortunately, 15 is where you ended, so I have to keep the records. Any final thoughts before we have to wrap up?
Fun, challenging seed. Thanks for the race, Cyber.
Same to you, man, and thanks everyone for commentating and tracking and restreaming.
Alright, give it up for Highspirits and Cyberdark86. Please give them a follow if you haven't already. Don't forget about our restreamer and tracker today, Seed and Pro. Maybe if you kind of liked what I did here with Soul, maybe give me a follow as well, but I am very rusty at this sort of thing. We do have a couple of matches coming, both on the Randomania family of networks and one of our partners for this tournament, RPG Limit Break. So head on over to RPG Limit Break to catch one of the matches, but don't forget we have a match here in 1 hour on Randomania 2. I do not have the record for which, but it's Dragon Warrior Rando. You know it's going to be fun. Please make sure to follow twitch.tv/Randomania along with Randomania 2 through... Are we still up to 4 or have we gone up in numbers since it's been a while? But hopefully you are fine having me sort of bumble my way through this. For everyone here amongst this tournament staff, this is Wolfman2000 saying until next time, watch out for red dragons. Have a good night, everyone.